Hello students, this is the last part for logic, algebra of logic. Now using this we will be able to simplify this long statements into simple forms. Let us see what is algebra of logic. Now in algebra we have seen many properties like associative, distributive, commutative and so on, which will be applicable here. In the book, if you go through the table, you will find 10 to 11 points over there, but we will consider only 3 important points. The first important point is distributive law. Now, what is distributive law? In our algebra, we have seen if we have 2 times x plus y, this is multiplication. Multiplication is distributed over addition and we get this as 2x plus 2y. Same law is applicable over here in logic as P and Q or R. P and Q or R is equal to or is equivalent to P and Q or P and R. Is it same as this? 2 into x plus 2 into y. Similarly, P and Q or P and R. Also we can write it as P or Q and R. This is or, this is and. Or gets distributed over and can you guess the result? P or Q, this is and, P or R, P or Q and P or R. I hope distributive property is clear. In this, multiplication is distributed over addition. The reverse is not true. Like in these numbers, if we have 2 plus x into y, can we write 2 plus x into 2 plus y? No. So it is not possible in numbers. But in logic, the law applies for and gets distributed over or and or gets distributed over and, both ways. Now the second law is identity law. There are 4 formulae here. P and T, P and F, P or T, P or F. P is some given statement. T is some statement which is true that we know. So one true statement and P. Now we know truth table for and. What does that truth table say? For and, the truth table is if both P and Q are true, then the result is true. Otherwise the result is false. Now here one of the statement is true, we know. Now if P is true, the result will be true, and if P is false, the result will be false. So result is same as P. Got it? P and T. One statement is given, it is true. Now P, it can be either true or false. If P is true, then true and true will give true, and if P is false, the result will be false. So result is same as that of the statement P. So result of P and T is same as P. Clear? P and F. Now one statement is false, already known. If P is true, the result is false, because in and one statement is false. If P is false, still the result is false. So whether P is true or false, it does not matter. The result of this statement is always false. P or T. Now we know table for or. If both statements are true, then the result is true. If any one of them is, if both of them are false, in that case the result is false. Now here one statement is true. Now whether P is true or false, the result for this or will be true. And P or F if P is true, the result will be true, and if P is false, the result will be false. So result is same as that of P. So we have to learn these identity laws. We have to understand these identities by using truth tables. P and T is P. P and F is always false. P or T is always true, and P or F will be same as P. And the third important law is complement law. What is this complement law? P. Complement of P is negation P. Now either we have P and negation P, or P or negation P. If we consider any statement P, whether it is true or false, negation of P will be opposite of it. So if this is true, this is false, and if this is false, then this will be true. So in any case, this is AND between a true and a false statement. One statement is true, other statement is false, then AND is definitely false. And here one statement is true, then the other statement is false, one true and the other false, then OR is definitely true. So we have to learn these three laws, plus we know laws of negation, that is negation of P and Q. What is this? Negation P or negation Q, and we know negation of P or Q. This is negation P and negation Q. So if we know these many properties, we can simplify these problems. Now let us see how to simplify this using these properties. These laws we have to learn very properly: distributive, identity, complement. Now let us go through those questions. See the first question, which property we can use over here? Now if we consider this, there is no common thing, but here we can see negation P is common in these two brackets. Now we have seen distributive law. See the reverse of this. Two brackets are given. Here is OR, and between these two there is AND with negation P common. So see how we solve the first problem. We write the first bracket as it is, P and negation Q, or from these two we take negation P common. This is AND, so negation P and in bracket we get Q or negation Q. Is this clear? Negation P common, Q or negation Q. We have written distributed law in the reverse order. We can check this. Negation P or Q, negation P and Q, or negation P and negation Q. So which property we have used? Distributive law. Now this can be written as the first bracket as it is, P and negation Q, or this negation P as it is, and now can we see some law over here? A statement, its negation with OR. It is like P or negation P. Identity law. One is true, other is false. One is false, other is true. So one true, one false with OR will give a true statement. Which law we have used here? Complement law, which is equal to P and negation Q, or. Now this is negation P and T. Over here we can use the identity law. Negation P can be true or false, we don't know, but one statement is true. This is AND. Now if one statement is true, if this is true, the result will be true. If this is false, the result will be false. So in any case the result is same as negation P. Which law we have used here? Identity law. Now here again we use the distributive law. This is in bracket and this is OR. So it is P or negation P and negation Q or negation P. Here we have used distributive law. Again, can we use some law over here? P or negation P is always true, and negation Q or negation P as it is. In this bracket we have used complement law. Now this is T and something, this is identity. T and anything, the result will be same as this bracket, and we get negation Q or negation P using identity law. Thus we have simplified this bigger circuit to a simple form, negation Q or negation P involving two switches only. We stop here for this video. We solve the other questions in the next part. Thank you.